Welcome back to the Bethany Sports Beat. I'm Don Westphal, Director of Athletics here at Bethany. We're going to talk men's tennis for a few moments. Yes, even though primarily it's a spring sport, the tennis teams at Bethany do get a few weeks of practice in here in the fall, a few matches before they take the elongated break for winter and then head back out to the courts when the month of February rolls around. But again, fall is the season here. We're going to talk tennis. We're going to talk with Brent Heflin at this time. Brent comes to Bethany by way of the Sioux Falls, South Dakota area. Just a couple weeks into the freshman campaign, you guys have had one meet, and then, of course, you have the big regional meet coming up this weekend in St. Peter. I know it's fairly early in the season at this point, but I guess we like to ask sometimes when we talk to the freshmen, just differences that they notice in their sport versus what they saw at the high school level, whether it's just better balance of play, better speed, more power. What for you have you noticed to be the big differences between collegiate tennis and what you had back in high school?
A lot of it's just more experience. In high school, we played a bunch of people who they just picked up a racket for the first time. They were just going out for fun. But as soon as I got to college, I noticed that everybody who's playing collegiate tennis generally is trying to play like collegiate tennis. They're not just picking up a racket and doing it for fun.
And you guys, I know as you look at the roster, it's a fairly young team here at Bethany. You have a couple of experienced guys coming back, but by and large, it seems like it could be an underclassman, a freshman, and sophomore-dominated team. That bodes really well for the future, but right now it must be kind of exciting from the standpoint. There's just a lot of new talent out there, a lot of new ideas, a lot of exuberance, and I would imagine being here in college here only about 3-4 weeks, or the play varsity level tennis must be pretty exciting for a lot of the freshmen, including yourself.
Yeah, It's a new experience, and that's the excitement in its own, is getting to know new people, learning to play, getting better, and through the college itself, just like the new experiences of being in college itself are just exciting.
Okay. Now, going in again this weekend, you get to take part of the regional tennis tournament up at St. Peter. Some fantastic competition you're going to see in there. What have you guys talked about as far as, maybe in the end of the day, the wins might not be there, but what have you guys talked about in terms of just the experience? What are you going to try to pull out of this weekend's play?
Well, we are playing a lot better teams, and as you said earlier, we are a young team, so I think our goal for this year is just to use the regional tournament just to get better. Okay. Just pull some experience from older, better players from other schools, and just learn how to deal with that kind of player.
Okay. Typically in high school, I don't know if you were a singles or a double player, but what are you looking at right now as far as Bethany? Are you going to try to play both, or is there one or the other game that you're going to try to get out in the court and represent the Vikings for?
Well, in high school in Sioux Falls in South Dakota, we play both. And so right now I'm hoping to still play both, but I'm probably going to play a little bit higher doubles than singles.
Very good. But obviously the opportunity is in front of you, and you have the regional weekend coming up this weekend. One more match, and again, the Vikings, Brent, and the rest of the men's team take the winter off before they return to action in 2015. We thank Brent for joining us. And again, Don Westphal here on the Bethany Sports Beat.